Hey friends, it's August 28th, 2026. We are live, and I have a very nice sized great white here. This is a big great white, adult size white shark here. Actually, this is more like an adult. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We are going to watch some great white sharks live. The only live stream on YouTube of great whites. Right. Here we go. Let's take a look at this shark. Coming to you live from Southern California. Here we go. Look at this. Look how long this shark is. This is not a juvenile. This is a pretty large shark. 13, 14-foot range here. Hi there, Poland, Massachusetts. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to take a look at this white shark. It's a nice size shark. We're probably looking at something in the 13, 14-foot range here. Not a small shark. Hoping it comes right up to the surface. We can take a good look at it. There we go. There we go. There's a good look at a healthy white shark. Dubai, hello. You guys are coming in from Switzerland as well. A lot of places. England. Wow. Well, you guys, we've got a beautiful day here in Southern California today. I am filming a nice-sized white shark right up on the coast here.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with
pull up so you guys can see where the shark is relative to the shore. There you go. So very close to shore. There's the shore right there. You can see. And it is right here. Going into this darker water. What's going on here? It's pretty dark there. Let me see if there's anything else around. Did you guys watch Shark Week this year? Hopefully you guys saw our episode of Air Jaws. It was a fun episode to make. Filmed the breaches and got natural shark breaches here in Southern California. That was a fun film. Cape Town, hello. Cape Town, hello Ireland. Boy, I love Cape Town. I spent almost a month in South Africa back in May. I've not released any of that footage yet. Working on something special for you guys there. Filmed Port and Starboard, the infamous orcas. I did find some white sharks in the area, and found a lot of white sharks in East London, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much, Marcia Bennett. This shark is just hanging out here, so I'm just going to stay on this shark here. You know, about an hour ago, I found a really big sunfish. Now, I can go searching for that sunfish if you guys want to see a sunfish, but I got this white shark in really good conditions right now, so I am inclined to stay right here. Look at the bite marks on this shark. So this is how you can tell it's a nice sized shark. Some of these bigger ones have these big scrapes and bite marks on them. I'm going to zoom in even more here. Check this out. Right. Look at those bite marks, folks. Those are battle scars from prey, from other sharks. You get that really close look at this shark. And those are bite marks from another shark, folks. See those indentions? And yeah, this shark has been in either mating or in a big scuffle with another shark. It's pretty cool. Got you a very close look at a white shark right now. It's Venice Beach. Cool. I was just there yesterday in that area. I found about 10 white sharks from the Santa Monica Pier all the way to Malibu. Look at this. Wow. This is so cool. Those scars are something else, aren't they? Look at that. I'm giving you an up-close, intimate look at a white shark in really crystal clear conditions on the surface. So, just giving you guys that close look at this shark here. I'm right over the top of it. We are looking straight down. I'm going to go up a little bit. I was a little too low there. I don't want to get caught by a sneaker wave. Maybe this shark will do something cool for us. You know, I might be able to see if this is a male or female if I get in close enough. The claspers are usually visible. My bet is that this is probably a female. Let's get in there and take a look. I don't see any claspers. Thank you, Judy. So we are here looking at this. Let's see if I can see that. I don't see any claspers there. I'm inclined to believe that this is a female, but we need this shark to turn on its side just a little bit to confirm, because those claspers do hide in there a little bit. I'm going to record that. That's a pretty shot. Clear water. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably a female. About 80, 90% sure that's a female. Yeah, Doofus, I am playing Nintendo. I'm playing Super Mario Brothers right now, getting 1-ups. Oh, that's cool, Agent Turquoise. You watched Air Jaws. That was really fun to make. That series, in fact, it was the highest rated series of Shark Week this year. And pretty happy to say I was part of that episode. We did get to film breaching that was all natural here in Southern California. Giving you a good view of this shark. I'm just going to stay on this one and just do a really long live stream with one shark. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something amazing. Either way, watching it swim is pretty cool. Good question, Doofus. Shark Week lasts 1 week. Thank you, Carrie. 1225. I really appreciate the kind words. And I tell you what I really appreciate right now is this clear water conditions that we're getting at the surface. I'm so tempted to go look for that sunfish. That was a very big sunfish. I would say is probably 6 or 7 feet. One of the bigger ones I've seen in a while. But we're watching what I'm guessing is a large female white shark, probably in the 13, 14-foot range, just cruising along here. It's about 120 yards, 150 yards offshore. And you can still see those really cool bite marks on its head. Big scar on the right side there. Yeah, I don't see any claspers on this one. So, and tell you this is a female. You know, I think that these sharks, these big ones when they're near shore like this, you know, I had a good discussion with Dr. Allison Towner, who was on Air Jaws with me. She's an expert on this stuff, and she tends to believe that some of these big sharks are coming near shore because they've eaten recently, and they go into these warm, shallow areas near shore to basically get their metabolism up and help aid them with digestion. So they're just really kind of lethargic near shore like this, just calmly cruising along, and they might just be digesting food here near shore. It's pretty cool. It's probably why I can get so close to them on my kayak without any kind of disruption to their behavior. I can go right up next to them on the kayak and film them. Andy, I don't disclose exactly where I am for reasons I've discussed in many of my feeds, but I should probably mention it right now that listing the location of a 14-foot shark like this gives a whole lot of folks a reason to go to the beach to catch them and kill them. Now, that is illegal, but it does happen, and there's actually a whole social media movement of fishermen who charge and who have made it a business to basically bring foreigners here to catch one of these great white sharks. So, I do not share the locations. The press and the media shared a location back in April, and I'm not kidding you, 5 days later, 20 great white sharks were caught by fishermen in the immediate area that was shared. So, reason enough for me not to share the location, and these sharks are not hurting anybody. They're not hunting people, that's for sure. You know, I want to get down to Australia and maybe consult with them and helping them with their shark spotting. I do think that they are rather new to it, and I don't know if they utilize the right settings and the right techniques to being able to find sharks as effectively as we're doing here in California. You know, it's not just about putting up a drone and looking for sharks. There's a lot that goes into tracking them. And the conditions, the lines, the signs that they give, environmental factors, bait balls, all those things give us clues as to where sharks could exist at a higher frequency. It is not Burbank, doofus, but that's a good guess, although the ocean does not go all the way to Burbank. You know, the question about great whites in California versus great whites in Australia and South Africa, you know, I spent a month in South Africa and I filmed sharks near people almost every single day where I was, and it was the same outcome as here. It's just people did not know that they were near sharks. I would suspect that if I were to do this in Australia, I would basically be seeing the same thing I see here in California. It's just about the frequency of people, the culture, the other environmental factors that are happening. But for the most part, you know, when I was in South Africa, I saw sharks near people and people had no idea they were there. Same thing I was filming in California. Let me just stay on this shark. This is a fun one. Just cruising along. She is really calm. Let me take a look up ahead here.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
That mode, I just went into sports mode, allows me to fly about 50 miles per hour in case I need to get up or down or around really fast. That's why it tells me that I don't have obstacle sensing. So I'm still in sport mode. It's going to let me fly.
Max altitude reached.
So you can see where we are, very close to shore. Look for other sharks here.
Max altitude reached.
Not seeing anything. All right, I'm going to take a quick poll, guys. Do you want me to stay on this shark or go look for another one? I have 55% left on this battery. So if I stay on this shark, it's a longer feed. If I go look for another one, who knows what we can find. Maybe we'll find a sunfish. She's still there. I think this shark is around 13 or 14 feet. So she's big. She's just cruising around the shallows
altitude
here.
Reached.
I don't see any other sharks in the immediate vicinity. I'm going to go take a look at her still. You want me to explore? You want me to stay? You want me to look for the sunfish? This is a hard decision. It's always about battery management. I have enough battery, I can probably go a mile in each direction. My gut tells me just stay on this. Or I can just do a whole other feed that's more based on exploring. I can do that too. I can go live again. Plenty of batteries. Alright, we're going to stay on this shark. Maybe it'll do something cool. Remember, the name of the game is patience. By the way, that ding, it means that I've either stopped or started recording. So, I just stopped recording, and now I'm going to start recording again. There we go. Got a good view here. Maybe the shark will do something cool, and we capture it on a record. This shark is 1,250 feet away from me. In fact, I could probably see it if it gets closer. All these conditions have gotten really good. Look at that. Yeah, I'm glad we stayed. This is really clear water. And switching cameras here. Do not know why the white balance shifted. I have an auto. I don't use anything in auto, so when I film, everything is fully manual, but for some reason, I had a shift in white balance. That should not be happening. Sometimes there's glitches in the software. Well, it should help you not be terrified of sharks, and you can actually see how calm they are. This is how they are 99% of the time. It's almost boring sometimes. I find it therapeutic to just watch them. It is really cool. Look at this. Big shark. Let me zoom in more. You want to see his face better? I can zoom in. Let's see here. Get the angle right. Woo! I went a little too far down there. My goodness. I actually hit a wind draft or something. That just zoomed down. Okay, here we go. You can see those marks. Pretty good there. Oh, look at all the fish behind it. You know, a lot of people say Shark Week is awful. I tell you what, I had an opportunity to join the Shark Week crew this year, and I was, the production company I worked with, it was nothing but a very, very professional environment. But it was Air Jaws, And, oh, he's going up. He's going up fast. And I've always believed that if you're only striving for perfection, that is basically the enemy of progress, and you have to slowly make changes in increments. And if you think some of the sensational stuff on Shark Week is over the top, well, let's make an Air Jaws that's not over-sensationalized and make natural breaches and start doing things like that. Oh, look at this. Look at the little fish on it. This guy's being trailed by a bunch of little fish. Look at that. That's cool. What are these fish doing? They're just following this shark underneath. They might be feeding right on the shark. The shark has parasites on it, so they might be either feeding on those parasites or rubbing parasites off themselves using the skin of the shark, which is pretty rough. There is a lady, her name is, I think her name is Catherine Bree. I thought I'd mention this to you guys. She is swimming the whole coast of California. She's actually reached out to me. It's a wonderful story. She's going to be swimming the whole coast of California, and when she passes Central Coast all the way to Southern California, I think we're going to collaborate, and I'm going to kind of document her swimming through some of these areas where there's a lot of sharks. It's going to be a really cool collaboration, and stay tuned for that. It should happen in the next 1 or 2 months. She's already swimming the whole coast of California, but when she gets down to me, we're going to collaborate. And I don't guarantee that there'll be a shark visible with her swimming, but you never know. When you pass some of these areas, you're going to be able to see some sharks and a swimmer. David Attenborough, he's a legend. Just so you guys know, I did finish filming a segment for Blue Planet 3. If you follow my channel, I kind of disappeared last November and December because I was filming a segment for BBC. It is going to be, hopefully by the end of the year, you'll be able to see that, but David Attenborough will be narrating the shark footage I captured. And that's all I can share about it, but you'll definitely hear about it when it comes out. So stay tuned for that. We're still watching this shark. Let me zoom in one more time here as we get up close to the shark here. There we go. Look at that. Look at those scars. You can see them really good. I gotta record this. This is beautiful. Those scars are definitely teeth marks from another shark. And it's interesting. Could those be mating scars? Guys, do me a favor and hype and like my videos. It is a world full of AI slop out there, and it's very hard to compete just because of the amount of AI, even AI-voiced videos that are out there is just flooding the market. And so it's not necessarily competing with me, but it is competing with me in a sense that watching, getting my videos in your feeds is much harder nowadays with so much AI competition. It's crazy. So any of your comments, any of your likes, even if you go back and some of my old videos and maybe you've missed, give them a watch, give them a like, and help the channel get out there a little bit more. We just recently passed 300,000 subscribers. I'm on a very conservative, slow growth path on YouTube because I could go the shorts route and get a lot of shorts views, but I choose to keep it mainly long form because those are the viewers that are most loyal and understand and appreciate sharks. Houston Golden, you know what? I am actually going to buy a shark bands. I was just talking to my friend Dronesy yesterday. I want to do a non-biased, completely neutral video that compares shark bands and get them near white sharks to see how effective they are with white sharks. Because my personal opinion, and from the scientists I know, is that they're more just a comfort item. I don't believe that they have any kind of actual real effect on scaring off a shark that's determined to attack. That's just my opinion, but I just think that if it makes you feel better to swim with it, by all means do it. But scientifically, I just don't see how they can be effective in, discouraging a shark that's already at full speed to come get you. Or to not get you, sorry. Alright, so this shark is really close to me. I can actually put my sunglasses on. Just got to see if I can see it from where I am. This shark is 700 feet from me. And I can look down here and see where I am first. 650 feet away. That's really close to me. I rarely get a chance to see sharks this close. Let's see.
Obstacle sensing.
All right, I'm at 21%, folks. I'm probably going to have to get back, but because I'm so close to where I'm sitting, I can stay a little bit longer. It's so weird. My screen is looking really weird. Is it looking weird for you guys? That is a weird, weird effect I'm having. I don't know what that's from. Is it just something on the water? Oil or something? I've never seen the water look that way. Let me change the camera. That was so weird. My frame rate's correct. The shark's going to some kelp here for seagrass. Very cool. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you know what it is? All those little marks is the clouds. The clouds above are very, very blotchy. And the water's so clear, it's reflecting up that blotch pattern. Alright, folks. I am going to give this about an hour break. I gotta do some quick searching. And then I will be back in about an hour. I'm going to do another live feed today. Why not? It's a beautiful day out here, and I'm going to go look for that sunfish. I'll go live if I find the sunfish or find a hammerhead or something rare, because that kind of stuff is around right now. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to check out my other videos and to like, subscribe, and do all that stuff to support the channel. I always appreciate you guys. And you guys have a good one. See you soon.